Hello and good evening, everyone. Let's get back to our study mood, and I'll be teaching you child development and pedagogy, which is one of the most important. In fact, this is one of a very interesting portion for the upcoming exams like CTET, or we can say state TET, and in Assam it is known as Assam TET for LP as well as for UP. That means for lower primary as well as for upper primary. So this portion is almost common in both CTET as well as Assam TET. Yes, and same content are there for both the papers, that is paper 1 as well as paper 2. Yes, LP as well as upper primary. So before starting the content of the course, let me discuss something about myself. Let me introduce myself. So my name is Anand Khati. I have completed my post graduation in education. I have qualified NTA UGC NET as well as NE SLET, that is Northeast SLET, and I have got 5 years of teaching experience, and I have been teaching for Assam TET since last 2 years. Yes, in different online platforms, as well as I'm a guest faculty in Department of Education in Madhavdev University. So in this course, in this entire course, we will be discussing the whole content, everything. We will discuss each and everything, each and every topic. We will cover every portion, every nook and corner of the syllabus. Yes, and we will discuss things in very minute details. And after discussing everything, or in between the sessions, also after completing each and every session, we will be discussing MCQs. We will be discussing how we have to clear our concept, why it is more important to clear our concept. We will be discussing mainly the conceptual questions, how tricky questions will be, and at the same time how to find out the most appropriate answer. Okay, many times we have seen that the students, they fail to choose the appropriate answer because they feel like both are correct. Yes, and sometimes we have to choose the most appropriate one, so their students sometimes they used to fail, and we will be discussing on that as well. So that's it about my intro, my portfolio. Now let's see what we will be discussing. We'll be discussing for CTET and Assam TET. Yes, Central TET as well as Assam TET. Here we will be discussing paper 1 as well as paper 2, that is lower primary and upper primary. So as I have already told you that the whole syllabus is almost common. It's not completely common, it's almost common. There is a slight variance, slight difference in content, or we can say the difficulty level of the questions in central TET as well as the state TET. And if we talk about paper 1 and paper 2, if we talk about LP and UP, so things are almost similar, things are very similar. Just there are few things which we will find in UP and which we have to study in UP TET or upper primary TET, and which we have to ignore in lower primary TET. But yes, we have also seen that there are many students, there are many aspirants appearing for both LP and UP, so that way it will be very easy, or that will it will be very helpful for the candidates. Now here we will be discussing on child development and pedagogy. It's very important to understand what is child development and what is pedagogy. So before telling you what is child development and what is pedagogy, I'll just talk about why it is important and why it is included in your syllabus. See, when you are a school teacher, when you are teaching in primary level, or when you are teaching in a high school, or when you are teaching in an elementary school, that stage is a stage of growing, that is known as the foundation stage of a human being. Yes, mainly the childhood stage, or we can see the adolescence stage, that is the stage of foundation, or that is the stage where we can build the character of an individual. So it's very important for us to know how a child develops, and while they are going through their developmental process, what are the things they come across, what are the challenges, what are the problems they face, how we have to deal with those things, how we have to deal with different types of children. Yes, and the next, pedagogy. Pedagogy is very important. Pedagogy is also known as the science of teach. Yes, being a teacher is really important, or it's very important for a teacher. He must have the whole idea, he must have the whole knowledge of teaching, how he has to teach or how he have to teach uh, during different situation, or we'll find different kind of students. There are varieties of students, there is an individual difference among every individual or among every student. So how we have to teach or how we have to deal with different students, pedagogy will help us to know that. And this is the main reason why the whole syllabus, uh, or these things is included in your syllabus. Okay, so let's see what are the content, what are the things that we have to discuss in our upcoming course. So we will be discussing on child development. So this is the first chapter, child development. Here we will discuss about factors that influence child development, and we will also discuss many more things which is beyond the content. Yes, there are many things which are not mentioned in the syllabus, but yes, since I have discussed many questions, and I have been discussing previous year question papers, so I have seen that there are many questions which are not mentioned here, but if there is some link, the question is repeated or they may give the question. So that's why we will discuss few things which is just related to it, and it's not mentioned in your syllabus. So don't be overconfidence that only this thing will come and these are very simple, this will be done within no time. No, it's not like this. Child development and pedagogy is a very vast portion. It will take almost near about 100 classes to complete this. So we have to study these things in very details, in very minor details, because see, it's not just about exam. Okay, it's not just about exam. If you pass the exam, if you qualify, and if you are appointed for the job, next it will help you in your career. It will help you to become a good teacher. So when we are studying this, or when we are going through this, we have to understand things in very details. We can't miss even a single thing. So that's why we will discuss many things which are not mentioned here, but which is relevant to this topic or this content or this syllabus. So first we will discuss on child development, the factor influencing child development, concept and stages of development, characteristics of different stages of development, biological, physical, environmental factors of development. After that, we will discuss the dimensions of child development: physical change, cognitive change, emotional, social, moral. Yes, development of language during early childhood, later childhood, understanding the changes during stages of development. After that, we will understand individual difference. Yes, no individual is similar. Every single individual is different from one another. Okay? So we will discuss on this concept and areas of individual difference, and intra and inter individual difference in various areas of interest, habit, aptitude, intelligence, creativity, and their assessment. So see, this whole chapter, it's a very vast chapter, because here we have to study many theories, many taste and all. There are different things, many skills of intelligence. It may seem like it is done with just in a single line, but there are many things that we have to study here. After that, we will discuss about personality. Personality is, again, see, you can see just two subheadings, but it has got many things in it. Yes, and behavioral problem, we have to discuss this also. We will study this. We'll study what is adjustment, what is adolescence stage. Yeah. After that, we will discuss process of learning. This will be the second unit. Process of learning will be the second unit. So process of learning, here we will discuss what is learning, meaning of learning, and how learning is related to maturity, or how learning is related to motivation. And we will also discuss the laws of learning, methods of learning, and different techniques of learning. Okay, different types of learning, and the educational implications of different laws of learning. After that, we will discuss about theories of learning. There are different theories given by some of the psychologists, like connectionism, like conditioning. These are the different theories. We will discuss on this also. After that, we will move to the third chapter, that is pedagogy. Yes, pedagogy is the science of teaching. Okay, so here we will understand about, you know, uh, the knowledge of children from diverse contexts. Like, see, for a teacher, it's very important to understand his students. So, how one can understand his students, how one can deal with different kind of students, how one can deal with, poor students or average students or intelligent students, or there is a new term called inclusive education. We will discuss on this also. It's not new, but people are not yet aware about inclusive education, so we will discuss on this also. After that, we will discuss on organizing teaching, how we have to organize our teaching. Yes, since I'm a teacher, so if I am supposed to teach, I have to organize my teaching. Like, what are the phases I'll go through, what are the things that I'll do in particular each and every phase. So these are the few things that we have to discuss here. And different methods of teaching. Being a teacher, I must always know, I must be very aware about what are the different methods of teaching. Because see, when one doesn't work, we have to adopt the another one. So method of teaching and diagnostic and remedial teaching. So we will discuss all these things. And at the same time, there are more things like classroom management. We will discuss classroom management also. Being a teacher, why it is very important for a teacher to manage a classroom, or how a teacher can manage a classroom. What are the techniques that teacher can do, or what are the other sources, what are the other area, or what are the other factors which will help a teacher to manage a classroom, or which will help a teacher to create a very conducive learning environment. We will discuss on that also. And leadership quality of teacher, time and task management. After that, we will discuss on concept, child-centered teaching and competency-based teaching. We will discuss on process of evaluation. What is evaluation? What are the different types of evaluation? We will discuss on continuous and comprehensive evaluation. We will discuss formative and summative evaluation. We will discuss criterion reference and norm reference test also. So these are the things, this is the whole syllabus that we are going to discuss in this course, Child Development and Pedagogy, for CTET as well as ASSAM TET or any other state TET. Okay, and let me remind you more, or let me remind you once more, that after discussing each and every single unit, or each and every topic, or let me make it very clear, that after completing each and every session, yes, at the end of every session, we will be discussing MCQs, or we will be discussing previous year question papers. And I'll try my best to make things more simple as like anything, so that you can learn things, you can understand things, you can build your concept, so that you can solve each and every question within no time. Okay, so that's it, guys, and we'll see you soon in our upcoming course. So till then, take care, bye bye, thank you so much.